What if the group never occurred Herschel's farm? That's what we're going to be talking about today. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into the video. No more yapping. I mean, other than the rest of the video. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoy. Thank you guys for 600 subscribers. I freaking love you guys. You guys are awesome. Let's get into it. Let's take a hypothetical into a question. What if hypothetically Sophia wasn't an idiot? Hey, a bunch of walkers just crossed by the cars? Let's not leave yet. Okay, Sophia says, and doesn't hop out of under the car after she just saw a couple walkers leave about a second ago. Well, she wouldn't have been led right into the woods. Rick wouldn't have left her underneath the creek, and she would have never gone missing. Carl would have never gotten shot, and they wouldn't have met the farm. Met Herschel at the farm. But why does that matter? It's just a farm. I'll tell you. Number one, the group's immediate survival post-Atlanta. After the CDC, Herschel almost immediately was a safe spot. Herschel's farm was a refuge. Without that, the group would have continued wandering aimlessly. Exhausted, with lack of supplies and exposure to walkers, they could have lost people really easily. With Sophia's fate, if it did happen, they would just be walking around and not have a safe spot to sleep at night. This would have caused Carol to lash out and probably not become the goated character that she is today. There is no moral compass that Herschel gives for Rick. Herschel balances Rick. Without Herschel, Rick might have leaned more towards Shane's ruthlessness earlier on, causing the group to not be in such of a good state. Without Herschel never getting bit, Rick would have never found out that cutting off a limb that got bit can save a person's life. Now, since there was no safe haven after the CDC, Shane, his paranoia, if there was no farm and they're living in frickin' cars and RVs, Shane's paranoia with losing Lori, of his obsession with her, would escalate a lot more faster because the farm provided a backdrop for more of a growing instability. Shane's jealousy and rivalry with Rick would reach a breaking point way sooner. With this possibility, we don't know who would make it out, Rick or Shane, because without Herschel's moral compass, Rick could have already gone crazy. Herschel's role was more than moral compass, though. The farm's home helped solidify the group. Without these, the group might have been fractured under pressure and constant survival. Key relationships, like Maggie and Glenn, that would have never formed and potentially depriving the group of all future allies and bonds. Now, Rick's leadership, the farm was critical in shaping Rick's role as group of the leader. Without the farm's moral and physical challenges, his transformation is almost taken completely differently. Shane's unchecked influence might have pulled the group in a darker, more authenticated direction sooner. Shane could have taken over leadership because, he didn't just come out of a coma. And he could have led them into horrible spots. Like, remember when he wanted to take them to Fort Bennett? Oh, hell no. Along with medical challenges, no one would know how to do absolutely anything without Herschel teaching them a little bit more stuff. Now, Rick's motivations and decisions going forward wouldn't be so secure because Herschel wouldn't have told him the stuff he needs to hear when Carl was shot. The group frequently relied on Hershel for medical aid, and their survival rate would have decreased significantly without him. Like, what about Lori being pregnant? One of the main reasons why she lived so long and why her baby was actually able to be born was because Hershel knew what he was doing. Hershel was helping her along. Now, along with the prison along with the prison, Hershel would have never gotten to Rick's head and say, accept these guys into our group, as in being the governor's people. Accept these guys into our group. Hershel would have never been Hershel would have never been a part of the council, and who knows what would have happened at the prison. They might have all died when the governor got there. Now, with loss and hope in humanity, there is no symbol of redemption. Hershel represented hope, faith, and the possibility of rebuilding a better world. Without him, the group might have lost their moral compass sooner, descending into the brutal survivalism seen in the groups like the Wolves or Terminus. Without Hershel, he would have never gotten to Rick into saying, we need to build Alexandria as the new hope of tomorrow. Now for the biggest one, the most craziest one. If we never had the farm, we would have never had Shane killing Rick in the middle of the woods, causing the walkers to jump in a horde and them having to deal with the horde. You might be like, what the hell? What did you just say? I don't understand you. I'm sorry. The farm was the first place where the group learned to deal with a massive horde. Without this, their ability to handle such threats might have developed more slowly. Does that make more sense, guys? The horde that was in the apocalypse... What the fuck am I talking... The horde that was at the Hershel's farm was their first strategic air... What the fuck am I saying? Guys, I'm saying if the horde was never a thing, they wouldn't know how to fight a horde. And also, Hershel wouldn't have his infinite fucking ammo shotgun. Patricia would have never died. No, wait, what the fuck am I talking? Of course she wouldn't. We didn't even know where she was. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's all I can think of. I'm sorry the video was ass. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to type in the comments what your favorite pizza is. And, yeah, type what you guys think my next video should be. Peace out, guys. Love you very much. Peace out.